Everyone, hope you're doing well. We're just chilling. The most we're gonna do to concentrate on is I'm bored enough to do like the fighting style once again because that was like kind of fun just to like try to throw those out there, and it just makes me want to practice specific fighting styles too, like just like with the swordplay at least, just doing the video game ass fighting styles because like it's fun enough. It really is. Just like it's like a decent video concept, even though it's like a bit video gamey. It's like I don't know. We can go on the philosophy of it. It's like Scalgrim does that enough. I fucking like. There's like so. It's like. I mean, I suppose we could do the philosophy of swordplay as well during this, just to justify like feeling a bit cool. Which fucking like. All right. You know what? First of all, let's do a quick audio test. I haven't done one in a while. Pop up Twitch. Let's see. I want to do the audio check before I start ranting about like basically all the ways to like philosophize about swordplay or like club play if you decide to be non-lethal with it. Because honestly, it's all the same motion. It's just a difference in Well, club play is actually a lot simpler to an extent. I'll admit. Club play is just like you just beat them up and don't stop. It's like you just don't really care to an extent because it's like, oh no, I'm being non-lethal. That means I avoid the throat, and everywhere I think I'll kill a man. You just like instead of like with lethal, it's like use the kill me button. It's like actually avoid the kill me button when you're being non-lethal. Just like beat them not as hard even. To the point like the more inept you are, the more like you're kind of like not killing them. Even though that like sacrifices them, you fending them off. It's like at least on the plus side, oh hey, they might not die from that move. Anyway, audio check time. Not as good. I barely heard myself for a second. Wait, let's see about music though. Alright, I hear myself then. Alright. Yeah, barely heard. Alright. Now billboards again. General audio check. Admittedly, this was the headphones though, so this is like higher quality to an extent, just based on you being in an earbud. Let's be real. Can barely hear the music, which I don't know what to tell you. It's already too loud for me this morning at this moment. Let's test see what happens when I walk a bit far away now. Let's test rada. That sucks. You can barely hear myself from across the room. Fuck. Well, we at least know I'm good right here, so I guess whenever I want to do a serious monologue, we approach the mic, which honestly, let's be real, for camera angles, it's like actually smart and aesthetically pleasing. So I can't be that mad. It's just more like kind of like a demand of technology to be close to the camera at least. Alright. What should I do for fun? Like, I'll do something neat. introduce basic philosophy with swordplay. Like, fighting games, like, fucking, it's like such a meme to an extent to do fighting game logic with it, because those are best combos every time. The real logic of swordplay is like, combat as a whole is like basically attack and then followed by counter, maybe a punch in the mouth. And we're just like, it's like if you're actually good at it, it's like a counter of even minute movements. Cause like it's like an over-examination of everything. Like, just alone, like fucking like one swing with the hand is like there's like fucking a few ways you can counter with just like from it coming at you. Like fucking first of all, you decide to do like the martial arts meme and just grab the wrist. You can grab the wrist, interrupt the blow. You can also do that with the handle itself if you just like decide to grab the handle of the weapon. Or if you have a glove on and it's a sword, or in this case a stick, you can just grab the stick with ease. You decide to be a bit badass and just catch the stick. Which is like, it's an idea actually, not gonna lie. You decide to handle like the blow hitting your hand, which honestly is like double-edged because you hurt like shit. Like it's that's alone just a few moves with that. Or you can do like the classic dodge. There's a few ways to dodge with that. You can just like dodge with a step back or stuff like this. Or you can decide to do like the anime meme where you slipstream forward as you like swing down and like you hit it in the opening where like about this point where like you're swinging down. It's like, oh fuck, both my hands are down here. It's like, oh, I dodged right now. Now I'm open to punch you in the mouth. Oh. Basically, like a big method to combat is like overanalyzing all the body movements. That's like it. Like it's like the best way to do that is with combat roleplay or just like writing your own stories for combat and shit. Or just like thinking about it too hard when you pull the sword. And think about how you would do it on the other end of the stick. Literally, like imagine yourself on the other end of the attack. You're like, what did I do over there? Like with this alone, it's like you can like just like lean with it. You can hold in the wall a bit, or you can just like I'll go over here. And it's like I don't know, I'll do like a little hop to the left as you like just like go just like, oh, I'm gonna hop that way. Just like get out the way. I don't know, or I'll just jump to the right and go to the other way. Because you like start high up and don't like duck under it. It's like, Yeah, because really like, and there's also of course we call the Expelliarmus corner, which is really the main reason you like smack someone's sword. Which is first of all, like it's a big lever, so like you do something like this, it's like fuck, I smacked the tip of your sword hard, and it's like fuck, you made it slip out of my hand. Or the same thing with like fucking like hitting it period, because like if you hit it hard enough, like vibrations will spread out through your weapon. So like that'll like fuck with your grip, but like the reverberations example for like hitting a wall too hard. And it's like fuck, there's like some vibrations from that low when you just like smack into it. Or of course you do the most classic Expelliarmus, which is like you just smack the wrist. It's like bam, fuck you bitch. Yeah, and I was trying to go serial killer too hard on the internet. Let's say like if we add into lethal stuff, like the one note is obviously like just aim for weak points of the human body. We will not specify further because honestly, just go watch anime. You will figure out eventually with enough anime alone. Even though Christian parents will be like, no, don't let's show them a samurai battle where they like slit someone's throat, and they're like, no, or don't show them Ragnarok, Record of Ragnarok, where they like over-examine the Adam's apple. Don't show them the clip where like they talk for like 2 minutes straight about how stupid a weakness the Adam's apple is when Adam punches Zeus in the throat. It's like, oh no. It's like, no. It's like, don't show them that clip. Don't show them that clip, Sasuke. It's like, which, fun fact to traumatize Christian parents, Adam versus Zeus is the first fight in Record of Ragnarok. Literally. First fight. So congratulations. Your teenage son or young adult son who just got into anime, or a teenage girl maybe if we're lucky for once. Anyway, we might learn from watching Record of Ragnarok how cool it is to punch someone in the throat because of that anime or manga. times in manga, low key though, where like they over-examine that weakness that hard to me. It was like, it's really funny to me. They never even over-examine stuff like veins 9 times out. And it's like, that's the one time where it's like, yo, you like actually over-examined a real weakness really hard at him. Like, bro. It's like actually like one of the few times my Christian moms like might be in the right if they censor that. You know what, actually, if I was gonna do a meme video game thing, I should do the fun one instead of just like something traditional. I should try to justify smoking and holding 2 sticks and juggling between them or something, okay? That's a cute smoker meme so far. And I just hold the cigarette. And of course, it was a cutscene. It would be a nice badass moment where, like, after doing a combo on someone, I just ash the cigarette in my own ashtray to my office or something. It's like perfect control of the battle as I always ash my cigarette properly during the badass beating. With complete civility, by the way, every time we get in an ashtray, and we don't cheat and do a meme where it's like, I have like an ashtray on every table in the room just for this moment. We're gonna have like 3 ashtrays topped in the room. It's like... it's so fun. You know, there is something that's like tempting to do, since as always, like, they can just censor it. Oh no, iconic lethal combo. I wonder how many weak points that was. Boy, warriors, he slashed to the throat. Fly eyes, cold walk, put you on that boat. Take a stamp, Hades, run under your tongue. He don't blink once when the death bell runs. Filling off a clan, like his numbers on a sheet. Urban in the wind, dust under his feet. Smoke in his lungs, rubies in his hand. A whole lot of ghosts trailing through the sand. Fuck boy, warrior, paid by the ghost. And say slash, now you bread for the host. Put you on the boat, one way to the coast of Hades. Hades, he goes to your ghost. Fuck boy, warrior, throat cut clean. Walk past bodies like part of the scene.
And if I want to justify this, we should do some fun anime combat. As much as I hate to admit, I'm always more stimulated by, if we're doing fake combat, it's a story. It's more stimulating than me hitting the air. So, let's do a burst of Ruben. We have at least 1,000 words to go before I can justify a new chapter for Ruben anyway, so let's jump into Ruben. And alright, now we are back at the point where, as you guys might remember, and the last move was that, Jacob Hemlock, my broke Machiavelli in this case, just, knocked the sword out, the gun blade out of the father's hand. However, he is a mage, so, like, it doesn't actually matter that much, because he's like a raw mage. They're all supposed to be epic anime characters in this moment, at least. Even Hemlock, even though I'm not gonna lie, as explained, he is not groomed, therefore he's not a super soldier like the other two fucks are. My father swings his fist, creating a blade of ice in his hand as he does that extends up to 5 feet, which Jacob narrowly ducks under, and mixes things up with a barrage of body blows. Father tries stabbing him in the back as he goes for it. He's hunched over from the beating. But Jacob packs paper on his back, it seems, acting as makeshift armor. It's enough to cope as it distracts the blade, while Father gets winded with a technique that Jacob honestly learned on him before, because he got bored during a friendly sparring match, and learned from Tekken 4 that what the Steve Rogers or whatever character calls the Gatling gun combo is actually rude to your lungs, as it causes him to struggle with breathing for a decent amount of time. As such, Jacob has a strong advantage. But Father is a capitalist who prepared for this. Because he honestly and rightfully considers Jacob a very dangerous opponent. And has studied his fighting style to learn what the peak of an average American should be able to fight as. Should be able to fight like. He considers him an average American in physical stature. With the brain of a genius when it comes to combat, and not much else, honestly. Even Jacob admits. Besides psychology and sociology and magic combat and his own magic to an extent. He's too influenced by video games, though. We make fun of him for that. Anyway, father pulls out a respirator mask, prepared with a mag of oxygen, so he can give himself CPR to artificially beat the beating of his lungs quickly. Jacob is annoyed immediately and tries breaking the bag with a swing of his stick. The father blocks it casually with magic. He makes a pillar of stone grow from the ground, easily blocking the blow. Then he shields himself entirely in a dome of earth to recover with ease, which Jacob, as per usual, just gives up. Because this is where they always, as he calls it, we now begin the stalemate retreat, douchebag. I hate you as always. I will get my boyfriend back when I feel like it. See you at our next dinner. Jacob says with cocky annoyance. I am amused, but refuse to acknowledge as ever. I'm leaving like in a few days. Wait, no. That makes it easier for him. Maybe? It's military school though. It's military school. Can I cope with that? Can I cope with that? He has illusions though. He can still easily trespass. I hate this. Anyway, he begins fleeing the room, which begins the assault from father's house and his defenses, which are also aided by his magic, along with our as Jacob calls it, dystopia grade automatic turrets that, funnily enough, his one ultimate favor to us is he picked all the spots for the turrets. He did all the tactical arguments, and he did all the tactical observations and arguments for the turrets, which is funny and sad. They are too perfect. Even though he knows where they're all at. He knows where they're all at to himself. He knows where they're all at. They're all that to everyone, even myself. One in the corner of every room, that he must pass through to leave. Everyone is every corner of every room, and in the center of every room as well. Along with turns in alleyways of rooms that have walls good enough to block the view of any turret. That was basically his main argument for every turret. And honestly, I still regret that we didn't get enough turrets for his plan. We were short by 20 turrets. By 20 turrets for his dystopia standards. God damn. Anyway, he's currently sprinting through the house in the usual route, which he has personally bragged to me. It's just a question mark. He just runs right, left, right out the front door. That's his route every time. Every time. That's his route every time. That's his route every time. And this time, he is too fast. They can't even keep up with him. Which I love and hate. That means he's as fast as me at least. At least. Because I can outrun the bullets every time too. And so can Father. It's a meme to us. It's a meme to us at this point. Which is why Father tries cheating now. By using an earthquake and icing the floors at the same times. Jacob responds with a meme. I love and hate. I love actually. We're just gonna say I love actually. I walked on water too hard. I walked on water too hard while dishwashing. Shut up. Shut up. I'm a god of slippery floors. Jacob brags with loud annoyance. He almost too easily navigates it. Especially as the ice doesn't even reach him until the home stretch. 30 feet away from the front door. Where Father is waiting. As he just flies over there on his magical jet flames. Like he's a magic version of Tony Stark. Of Iron Man, I should say. And is waiting with another favorite weapon of his. A gun sight sniper, a gun sight crossed with a sniper rifle. It is unpainted, so that's a sign it's a prototype, for better or for worse. It suddenly transforms. The gun barrel spreading out into what looks like a plasma gun from Jack 3 or something. I'm more concerned. This is a real prototype. I hate when he rushes into this. I hate when he rushes into a weapon like this. There might be property damage. We're always on the news. We're always on the news when a chunk of our house is missing. Jacob is very concerned as he was casually sliding forward to the front door. Then panics as he can't change his direction because he's sliding too hard. Father just smirks maliciously and fires the plasma gun. A massive ball of lightning, trailed with thick lightning bolts, fires at Jacob. It hits him, and he is propelled by it, while being shocked intensely, like a more torturous version of the Kamehameha. So hard, he is shot through the wall and out into the yard, conveniently by his car. A shitty black Mitsubishi Landscape. He somewhat, we're gonna put in parentheses somewhat, thankfully is still alive, but has burn scars, and is basically pushing through a seizure to me, caused by static electricity to reach his car, which honestly the ex-boyfriend in me just pegs me too hard. So I rush out and step in front of Father. I choke up a bit at first, and Father just sighs with amusement and annoyance. We're at least gonna have to arrest that kid. That's the best mercy he's getting. Father says with restraint, but laced with malice and anger. I nod, head hunched over a bit. Sad but accepting. Thank you, Father. He deserves jail time anyway. Time anyway for this alone. I'd say sadly, but confirming support. And we will end it there. That's a good quote to end it on. Yeah. Yep. And as the title said, we ruined the house by shooting him out of wall. Where did I put Ruben? There it is. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, that's the chapter for today. slightly. Technically, if I wanted to do my word goal, I should like start another chapter again, but I don't really care. Alright, we be chilling. Alright, we're already getting a small surge in views. We'll see how well it goes. You know what, since we're on this screen, might as well check the Reddit pages, but honestly, we're best just gonna get updates on views. No new notifications, so I bet we're at 5.9k on Asha's Wrath, which surprisingly seems to be the most viewed one, honestly. We'll see if it changes. Alright, 5.2k with this one. Like, everyone neck and neck again. Like, literally, they're all the same statistics. Like, so similar. It's, like, almost sad and boring. Like, yeah, it's all just, like, we're all at least over 5k on every one of them. But otherwise, nothing matters. song. I love Money Game. This is probably his most classic song to people that are like just getting mad about capitalism. Or America. That's the fun part to an extent, because like once we get past 1,000 views, the numbers we get to see regularly get smaller by 1 digit exactly, so we lose the ones place. We only get 10 and above, then eventually get smaller than that to an extent. It's honestly at best we get like thousands, hundreds, and tens so far, but with it's like how it is with like the freaking anarcho-capitalism. It's like 30.0 whatever K. I don't get the ones. I just get like tens and hundreds, and then for like the small digits. You know, fun fact: the sun came up at a better time today. It was like 6:40. The sky started changing colors this time. It was still like, it's still like at the point it's truly bright now when we see the sun for real. But like by 8 o'clock, 8:02. But still, it was like freaking changing color a bit earlier. It was like enough to where I was like, hey, it's like my old town Danville standard for the sun to an extent. It was usually at some time at that point. It was at least like honestly light blue. It was like close to Danville standard. This is a good Hotline Miami song. This might be like one of the songs from the second game I might actually like. I mostly ignored the second game's album. Not gonna lie, I never got too much into the second game. Part of it might just be the album wasn't that good. Even though the story is like a lot more thick than the first one. Which appeals to me in that way, but otherwise it's like I actually don't vibe with this now. I got bored again. few times where like my story is really funny. If any of my adventures are real, I never wore a mask. That's like the funniest part of why I don't ever understand why any of this is like real and not exploded for me. Now, I know what you're thinking after I state something stupid like that. Why would you own that? Basically, if her immortal philosophy, really. It's immortal philosophy, just admitting move on. Every time. Just cope with pretending at least you're immortal. Face your consequences, move on. Because it's never worth hiding, ever. You lose too many privileges, which is like, even unless you have someone that loves you, so hard they will bypass all the privileges that honestly you would need for a basic life as a criminal, which is like drugs. It's really just looking at the world of drugs, being like, bro, I need someone to love me to make sure I can always get cigarettes alone inside. No, just face your consequences every time. Just on that alone, just like imagining, how do you get drugs if no one loves you while you're a criminal? It's like, I think I just want to accept I go to jail sometimes. I don't want to deal with having to like make someone love me enough to always go get my cigarettes and weed for me. And moral philosophy, miss, we're just coping with immortality enough. It's just like if I'm really immortal to myself, and it's just like, what if we just cope with living forever too hard? It's just like, oh no. 3 lifetimes later, it's like I get to traumatize society, being like, hey, I still existed 300 years later. How are we gonna handle me getting out of jail this year? And we just like stare at each other trembling. It's like, oh no. The elven prisoner emerges from the cave of prison 300 years later. That's like a cute anime plotline, low key. I kind of want to like immediately jump into a stupid new plot line where like we do fuckboy Machiavelli and jump to the far, far future and be like, I did it. I finally went to jail. And now we jump into the arc where we traumatize me with Aiden, the first elf prisoner. It's real. It's like great. And the immortal's confirmed, and also he just leaves prison. It's like, oh no. The elven psychopath left prison. What do we do about that? It's just like the elven prisoner just leaving the prison and is like trying to socialize with society where he's standing around Trump. Weren't you like the guy that like tried to like steal the White House 300 years ago? It's like I was that guy. And it's just like the whole social life just overstimulated, just like me dealing with the elven terrorists that emerged from prison 300 years later. Like, 3 lifetimes passed, faggots. I get to leave now. That's how it works. Sorry. 300 years, 3 lifetimes. Go fuck yourself. I'm just here now. It's like, okay. You're here now, elven terrorist. Just out in society again. That's just life. We'll obviously do like the same slice of life bullshit we always do, which is like she'll get a job. So then it's Devil is a part-timer, but this time it's elven terrorist, the part-timer. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a store job again. That sounds really good, actually. I like that. And I'll probably be nice to society. I'm thinking she'll be a hot chick at least. So like a hot terrorist woman, maybe she'll have scars a bit soft. I'm like, imagine she might miss an eye and have an eye patch. I feel like I want her to have like an eye patch and just have an eye missing. I want her to look like terroristy for real too. She's like a former terrorist with like some wounds and shit, or like at least some edgy tattoos. They're just like, I like on sight. It's like you're a terrorist based on tattoos alone. Like obviously like have like the upside down cross or something. We want to like establish that you are the Christians. Like no, an upside down cross on each shoulder. No. You know what? We might as well at least start it. I owe myself at least 500 words, or actually, if we'd be like a real writer, my previous generations of myself from writing. I need to do 2,000 words minimum to feel like an adult. So technically, I owe myself like 965 more words. So let's go ahead and start that story. Even though I've started like now two stories this month. It's like just looking at them like you're having too much fun. When you reach chapter 10 on at least one story, some people might be saying like, please, just reach chapter 10 on one. He said no. He was starting like a 4th story for the month. I guess I should at least check the phone before I get too invested in this. Money? No, just a bit. Oh, hey, I got roleplay. Bet. Yo. Guys, slide aboard of the screen because I'm 18 plus server. Don't question me. I'm an adult. You're not supposed to be here if you're not. Oh wait, sorry, I don't have to abort it. I'm just gonna. Okay, it's easy to fix. Alright, bye guys. know, technically we can take advantage of this to an extent if I get bored to like have like a slightly awkward angle. I know it's not perfect, but it's actually alright. Anyway, too bad you don't get to look.
Ruben on the porch, eyes down. Keep on move, won't make a sound. With those knives, dirt, lit spins. I split in 3, 5 pin twins. He calls thunder through my copies. Flame in his palm like a hobby. I pull his guilt out in your pocket. Show him all the bodies when we swap. He swings, I vanish, leave a spear. He laughs, turns gravel into spears. We circle in the yard of glass. Love so chair in the overgrown branch. We playing law. I got smoke and mirrors on call. He got storms in the drywall wall. Who gon' fall? Who gon' fall? Don't mind your belly. Pocket limp. Heart too heavy. Sticking my fist. Hands sweaty. Who gon' fall? Who gon' fall?
Robe on my shoulders, coat in my hand. I'm reading old scrolls like who made this plan?
Burning that fear. Keeping the faith. I'm here as a lawyer. Redrafting this place.
Call me the Council of Kingdoms, briefcase, big cross algorithms. I see them cheer when they chain up the weak. Got my motions in the mud, let the poor ones speak. No more might makes right, that's a dead idea. I'm fighting every heartache, exhibit A fear. Swinging swords, I'm swinging standards. Turn your dungeon to a clinic, write new answers.
I'm your magical lawyer, I object to
punch a fag in the throat. Punch a fag in your throat. Jacob says with happy bluntness, despite the complaints. I want some fucking I want a fake fish of versus I want some fake. I'm trying to put a bag in your I know why. Anyway, enough of roleplay, and we're now gonna set up the intro, which we're gonna set up the title and intro, because I feel good about my post. Like one's we're not gonna acknowledge too hard beyond just saying one dude was like slightly rude to me like a Discord fag, so I too was a Discord fag back to test if he was real or not, or if he's gonna try to stab me in the next couple seconds. And for the other one, I just did a post where I just ran after him. I felt a bit proud of like just being like, I decided to rely on my own sound detection intuition instead of following the NBC too hard. And I also am deciding to like I just add like I get a faint burst of adrenaline due to the urge of like saving life. But otherwise I'm like, no, I'm not like getting like a strong adrenaline burst. It's like just a faint burst because I'm saving someone's life right now. It's like that's it. But I do like 20 miles per hour. It's just like I do like 30 kilometers. Like I'm like human. I'm human now. I do 20 miles per hour tops. That's what an adrenaline burst. 3 lifetimes later, the elf prisoner emerges from jail, back to society. We will see if we can even type this full title into the freaking web novel. We might have to shorten it. Chapter 1, The Trial. It's just gonna be straight up an overview of like all the crimes that happened There's just gonna be an overview of crimes. We might get some flashbacks. We'll see how long the trial lasts, honestly, based on how epic and fucking much of a terrorist we decide to make her be. This is so impulsive that, I don't know. We'll see how much of a savage she is by the end of this, because this is like too impulsive. This is like, we're not even committing to her being fuckboy Machiavelli or Jacob Hemlock or whatever we call him. She's like her own character now. And since she's an elf, we will probably give her magic, because I'm bored. Let's do magic and advanced technology again, guys. Yes! And we'll do a prison terrorist arc for like, I don't know. Do I want to be that much of a fucking retard? And like change the book to 3 lifetimes in prison? I don't know. Fuck. No, I want to jump into the first idea. Will I do flashbacks? Or should I long flashbacks eventually? I don't know. We'll see. Oh no, I'm staring at it now and I'm like hesitating again. I think I don't want to like do it yet. I'm just like suddenly looking at writing it. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I should do it. Actually, wait, hold up. Let me think of something. It is about a movie's worth anyway. 10 minutes short of like a movie. But even then, like by early movie not even early, like 90s, 2000 standards, we have a movie. I'm gonna take a break, guys. We'll see if I do live writing or if I decide to do gaming. Peace and love, YouTube, Twitch.